Folks, let me have your attention for a brief moment. That matter is one of the things that matter is brought them for almost 100 years. And when they want to sign a treaty, they refuse because you don't trust them.
Well, you know this thing comes from Africa, right? And this is I'm saying out.
What was happening. So with that, I'd like to the name of this group.
Malem. I'm saying out. Malem. We are yet to buy yet to young Coco assassination Kodiango. Malem Kukola. Dambe. Yet to buy yet to young Coco assassination Kodio. Riba Mama Nani yet to Malembe Kumasita yet to Malembe Kodiango. Kocho Yange Malem. Zambe. Malem. Okay. Well, you know this thing comes from Africa, right? And this is the strongest in the Western Hemisphere. So right now, we come to endorse it to the fullest. Not leave the culture. No way.
Let's start with Patrick. Give Patrick a hand, please.
Good morning, no, me neighbor. Good morning,
Good morning. Woo. Hi. Morning, Jermaine. Miss Lisa, Miss Emma, wanna go on with. We just stay a little bit because I've been missing y'all. I've been a little busy. I had some things I had to do, and I'm still doing. Morning, Natalie. Yes, I come to with just a little energy upon this. The week done already. Blouse and skirt. It's Friday. Woo! This is. I've got one. Actually, have a schedule. The only time I have a schedule is when other people's projects are wrong, and then I try to rotate my life to fit into it because I need balance. I just don't know why not to mistake. When I work on them something, you know, it's an honor, but it takes up some time and then it knocks me out because the body just has its issues. But I'm given, the Most High gives me the opportunity to work on things that To me, they're special. To me, they're special. To me, connecting the dots across the diaspora, digging deeper into who we are as the children of the African diaspora, exploring African diaspora culture. I had amazing conversations with the folks of Go Gay Africa yesterday. They based out of Nigeria, and it was awesome. And they wanted to let us know, listen, they say, y'all on the other side hurt behind the transatlantic slave trade. And, you know, and there's some things that you got to understand that they hurt too. They said that the nation, the continent of Africa was stunted. Those countries were stunted when they snatched the best of the best to bring them out into the new world. And it's a balance that we have to maintain, and we have to remember that we are one, you know. And when it's like, I know there's no way. You see how I come my yard? I'm gonna get 2 or 3 months out on me. You know, say me go up on the continent of Africa. Mrs. Oi, beg no do. Just stamp the paper them now, because I need time. There are 54 African nations, and me that love to touch all of them. Now, some of them are in war-torn situations. I've knocked some. So by the time you done, maybe you whittle down the list to 35, and you say, okay, can I get into all of them? Or can I just stick my foot across the border? Can I just touch their waters? Hey. Morning, Nadine. Morning, Fern. Big up, bless to the max. Oi, remember, I know. Gangsters move with silence. Not all of them are violent. And you got to recognize how those things happen, because no for way I make moves. We're just not there with the braggadocious and the ting and ting. Because everything ain't for everybody. You know, that's just bottom line. The majority of my work, it is for everybody. I research or document in order to share. We had a conversation yesterday with a teacher of teachers and a professor out of Georgia who, listen, when I drop the name them now, because when the thing them I go get licked. I mean, the conversations were on point. We got some stuff locked up again this morning, and that's folks coming in from Tanzania. Oi, I don't know if these jobs exist. You can hire certain folks for this because they wouldn't understand the magnitude, because they'd look at it in a straight academic setting, but this stuff is coming from pure heart, and it is amazing. And yes, Mickey Payali in a clutch. Yes, we got a journalist from Jamaica sitting in the convo, so we have different perspectives from across the diaspora. And amazing. But again, balance. My body, I lick me to backside, but my mind is being educated. I saw last night where I did what my videos were intended to do for me, which is when the body I lick, that we literally, watch this. Oh, the magic of video. Let me fix this measure. Ooh, I don't mess up, man. Did you see me disappearing? Oh. Where am I there? There we go. I had to get the balance just right. Part of that sheet there, in a flat desert, so wherever you see all that sort of shadow and stuff, that's where you don't have flatness on a green screen effect. And that green screen is just a sheet. Hi, hold up there. It's time for wake up now. Yes. Want some of my tea? See, even my cup said, good morning. Hi. I just had to come and spend a little time with you, because if I didn't, and the day go get wet from me there, you say, wait, she not poor side there. And I do appreciate those who come looking for me. Because you're literally like, hold up, I ain't seen your post, what you doing? Because I understand sometimes that you just see links, but just know that if you see that music and you see them posts, I'm on to something. I don't just listen. Hold up. Let me stop this for a second. Me no share stuff just willy-nilly, you know. Anything me share is with a purpose. Because if me I get one piece, that means that the next piece I filter in or something what me just learn about. Because I need these moments of information gathering sometimes to balance the friggin' headlines that I see. And I try to keep things light unless I go way deep, because the headlines disturb my spirit. And it takes a lot of work to maintain one's happy. Especially the body now let you do it here. So, in the meantime, Morning, Miss Sharon, Natalie, I wisdom our old age. I wisdom our old age is a combination. Come sure. Yes, my dear man. See it there? What up there? Why? Because when they all said and done, we are gonna go around Jamaica. Boom. In 70. But I ask you know whether or not you're really fit. Because I do know you are. And I know we all have travel concerns. When you reach, when you catch. But it's as with any place else. I in a supermarket yesterday. Master. Alright? Wait, we're not having right this. You know what I mean. Master. And I proper one. Why I gotta protect me. And I gotta protect others from me. And I gotta protect, it's just this thing. We're in the middle of something that's never, ever happened before. And we expect everything to go smoothly. I can ascribe by the one thing that applies and works with me. Fitana me yard. Fortunately, circumstances would have it that I'm used to being home all the time. Father, especially when this schizophrenic weather, thunderstorm. That thunderstorm knocked me out. The atmospheric pressure does something to my nerve endings. So there's some days when I'm just on fire. And those at times is when you see I post like crazy or I don't post at all. Tawana Biggs, how you doing, baby? Yes, we have to be careful. There's so many. Listen, my mother wear a white uniform for a very long time. And even though my father didn't wear a white uniform, didn't wear a uniform in the hospital. Okay, it's now St. Luke's Roosevelt, but he was at St. Luke's for what, 30, 40 years. My mother was at hospital for special surgery. My sister was at Kings County. We come from people that wear that uniform. And I sort of, I'm old school, so I keep talking about the uniform, even though I'm not saying, I don't know, wear scrubs, no. Hold up there. It's when I told him to sit off and talk to, Jessica. Sending some prayers out to you, darling. She knows why. This is, I'm just come for fast. Say good morning. Drink tea with you. See where I go on with morning, Miss Verona. Hi, Nikisha. Where y'all go on with? Yes. No, man, life, it's complex. See, I didn't look a piece way that's all going funky. Flat out. So it look like me in a shadow thing. Bear with me. None of this is perfect. The sun coming up. All right, me know how to fix it. You know if I fix it. Watch. Now I got balance out the light. Well, me give you a look at wherever, because it's distracting. Wanna feel better now? We balanced out the light by turning on the overhead lighting. Daylight doesn't always work. So somebody say you always experiment. Whoa. Now we got too much light. Okay. It's like this. You gotta get it sort of perfect, but trying to control daylight and glass with protective covering. Lord have mercy. Listen, me not have no time for them myself now. So me just say hello. You know, life short. I'm want to catch the sweetness sight sometime. What I'm can't see, look a picture of them. Oh yeah. Morning, Jackie. Oh, Jackie, my condolences. My condolences. And that's the again why I find things to fill my mind and fill my heart. I've never seen anything like this in my life, and I don't understand the numbers. Got the Most High just said, what? And clean slate. Yes, it's second on no, Miss Sandra. You know, it's but it's part of life. It's part of our life now. And we have to find ways to cope. And sometimes if it means to become a farm, this is like a distraction in your life. Can you remember say what? Whoa! Hold on. But just come and drink me look at tea with you. I don't know, drink phone one more than me, I drink mine. Wait, how that work? That balance out? What do you mean, man? May I try to figure out something? I have, you know, I saw something on YouTube the other day, and I have to remember what some musicians have told me. They don't care what it look like. Does it sound good? So I have to drop some stuff in the next couple of nothing not drop till after June 13th and 14th. I got tunnel vision. My focus right now is Charleston Middle Passage Remembrance. That's my one party of the year. Remembering ancestors. You can go to www.remembertheancestors.com and see how across the globe that the second Saturday in June every year that there are commemorations held in memory of the ancestors who did not survive the Middle Passage, who did not survive the transatlantic slave trade. Enough of them in our waters. We don't think of all the extras. We know, and we try to at least keep them in our memory because, you know, a lot of wisdom. Remember we talked about the talent that was taken and the sciences and mysteries and knowledge that went to the bottom of the sea. And that's where Locum stays. And I'm good with that because you got to find a balance between above and below. And there are many ways and stations to learn about when you're looking at the spirit of the journey. And a locum means something to me because that's the other folks call it David Crocker's locker. Kadong deso, you know, the bottom of the sea, where the souls and spirits of those who they are part of us went. They took knowledge. They were scientists. They were innovators. They were inventors. They were creators. They were the mathematicians and seamstresses and artists and musicians. Woo! When you look at how powerful we are as people of color, imagine what we're missing. That's why if you feel a spirit move you do something, go on with it. Because that's your answer. I know it's ancestors working through me. Come here. They up on screen. I pop through with a butt. I feel like the weatherman. And the cool part is what? They can't change background me there. I could go to my soothing sea moments. Do we? Do you want to? No, that not working. Come and forget which one. I got it set up somewhere, but either way. No, let me just say it. Woo, it's a sweater bus already. 7:35 now in the morning. Come for say good morning. That's it. Talk fart, say good morning. I'm booked up for the rest of the day and a good part of tomorrow. So if you don't see me there. Send a prayer up for somebody you don't know. It's it alleviates the heart and lifts the spirit, and it sends calm out into the universe. It sends peace out into the universe. Say a prayer. I don't know what the numbers are, but the numbers are in the triple digits, or the triple in front of the 3 zeros. And that's a lot of people to miss, and that's a lot of pain. So send a prayer up for the families and friends of those who don't even know they've slipped away. Because it was said yesterday, it's not social distancing, it's physical distancing. And we're a physical people. We who come from the diaspora, even in a jest we touch, even in a choir we touch with our music, our flow. Look how we play mass, look how we walk down Carnival Park. And this thing here, whatever it is, like she said, whoever made this coronavirus don't have no heart. Because we love being with people. When I look at how we were under the kinder tree, when I look at how the closest are coming up, when I look how we had track meet, it's the one thing that we need to lift our spirits and strengthen us during an unbelievable time of strife, and we can't do it. And it's hard not to heal together. That's really hard. You know that there was a lady who had spent 47 days on the ventilator, and she went home from the hospital yesterday. She's in Beaufort, South Carolina, and she said what's really hard is my sister survived, but my mother didn't. I got to go home, and my mother's not there. And there are so many who don't even know who crossed. And the problem is we're not going to know until we literally, man, it's weird. Because I remember how many folks I buried. When I called them, oh man, oh no, we buried him last week, huh? And there's still a lot left to be found out about who's not around us. So you got to send a prayer up, a universal prayer up for strength, for love, for peace, for harmony. There's never a normal again when you've had swift things happen that take your loved ones. Even if you never like them, they're still part of your life. Because the injustice of it all. You know, when she said it's physical distancing, it's not social. Because we can still be social. I sat right here in this seat yesterday talking to somebody from Jamaica while I'm talking to 2 people from Nigeria and another person from Crosstown. And we labbrish for hours. And then we switched from that one and went to another room and talked with our next person from Georgia. And I'm like, why weren't we doing this before? Why we're not doing this before? And I got enough nerd equipment to last a lifetime. Man, this could have eased. Well, no, I still got to go on the ground. But this could have eased some measures of the documentation in terms of getting bear witness statements and getting to find out just what's happening with people on the ground now. I'm waiting for another connection to come in from Liberia so we can find out what's on the ground now. We're getting stuff that it ain't in the news. Got the news, it can't handle what we need to hear. It's just gonna pull headlines. That's why them journalism professors said I wouldn't write for a newspaper, because I write as I speak. All this wonderful embellishment and flow and this, that, and the other. I write as I speak. Life has emotion. That's why I make sure when I'm doing these moments with folks is a sort of a moderator, because see, I get hyped. My spirit rises with this stuff when I'm literally listening to someone who is on the continent of Africa, who you asked them, when she said, oh, you mean which place blew my mind? And then she begins to, we thought it was supposed to be the little wrap up. Baby, it was another 5 minutes later. And what I heard was amazing. And I saw some of it feel the same way when we got yard. God, that's our foundation. And that's the rock. And I stand on that rock. Because without that rock, you think me like I say right now? I would have assimilated into an African-American presence, devoid of my cultural background, and just making a way. That sounds rough. That sounds rough. Because there are no further roots that are here. My roots came from outside of this country. So it's best that I explore that route to get to the next route to fully understand my cousins as I visit with them in the diaspora. I'm just part of a piece. We're all part of a piece. But we find the more we travel, the more we mix up and blend up and ting, so we're pretty similar. The one thing that does fascinate me though, and that's the one thing I'd love a study on, bring out every backside planting recipe. Because Jamaicans, we're not doing enough with planting. No, sir. Ecuadorian, don't have it beat. It's fascinating. Because here we know how we do blue draws with cornmeal. Other countries I do that with the plantain. They might basically puree out the plantain, puree it. Are you grind it down? Are you grate it? You make a little sauce thing. I went, ooh. We're not doing enough. And for them on, don't ask me. One is don't get me to giving you the wrong names. We look for Afro-Ecuadorian cuisine. The folks there that bollo, and you'd actually think it's a ball, but it's not a ball. It's a plantain blue draws with fish or other meat in it, or even veggies. It's a plantain-based blue draws. That's why I'm gonna eat plantain all day long. You know, so right now, I'm in Charleston, South Carolina. Downtown Charleston, South Carolina. I can't get no plantain. And I have not even one plantain. This time of year, plantain because it's my meat. I will base a whole lot of things off. Oh, Sharon. We just Sharon says, so true, my sister. We're praying for everyone's life. Today, to God be the glory. I lost my father, a brother. He died. They're not telling us the truth. Our condolences to your family. And may we send light and life. There's one thing about sending condolences. We got to send prayers of light, life, and strength. Because folks got to make it, and it's. And here, look at the crazy twist of life. In New York, if you want to look for a new apartment, what do you see them? looking at a real estate. You want to find a job where you sit up looking at a real estate. The Most High did some crazy shifting of life going here, so that we have to say, yo, you're vicious now, your movements, because there's going to be a lot of saying, I would not have had this opportunity if somebody had not crossed over. And that's what's coming. It's called, like what that series had, Survivor's Remorse. Somebody's going to get a promotion. Somebody's going to get a job. Somebody's going to get a new house. Somebody's going to... Things are going to happen, and you're going to have survivor's remorse. But you had no control over COVID. What you have control over, even the most careful of the careful have crossed over. So you just have to say, Father, every morning I get up, I said, Lord, y'all work with me, I work with you. I'm trying to put in as much as I can in the time that you've given me, because I know not the hour, the day, or the time. I'm not bossy enough for figure said, me I go live long life. I could wish it on myself, but the way things are going, I have to be realistic. Because anybody can go on in 2 seconds, but at least I know I'm leaving breadcrumbs. I always said, if tomorrow I may have to cross over, Father, no sir, I put in the work and left enough documentation because there's going to be a time when people don't know culture. They don't understand what it is. Did you hear the breathing from the revivalist church? I'm so glad they got to do their quarter in February. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to see all that documentation. We as a people work in a measure of breathing as one. That's why I love my brother Oludare. Oludare comes on in a couple of mornings a week. He's out of New York, and he takes us through breathing to balance ourselves and to be within this space, because nothing is promised and none ain't no easy. To my frontline first responders, all of my nursing staff, big oil, big up housekeeping. Big up housekeeping. Because if them no keep it clean, nobody else can matter. And so many frontline essential workers, we are all part of the fabric. I mean, I do my little part and I come fast with you a morning time, because I know it's a third shift just to go home. What in third shift? Yes, you go get little food now. I don't so no go spin around the day, man. My mother worked third shift forever. Daddy worked first shift. Give me love the overnight. I mean, I like enough people around me. I want to come in and do what I do. Work with the machine and have a good time. Aye. Morning, lads. Where you going with? Iskra. Aye. Iskra. It's a mi hermana cubana. Iskra just celebrated her 40 years of making it through the Cuban flotilla. Iskra is an unbelievable story to herself and for those who survive these measures of passages, as we're all seeking a life of freedom and opportunity and education and achieving, for some of us will consider I call it the life dream. It's not always the American dream, because if that boat was going somewhere, she's going wherever that boat was going. Iskra is a CPA, and baby, she done raised kids, doing night school and handling her business. Hey, when taxes need to get done, if I got financials that need to be handled, that's Iskra. Iskra Perez Salcedo, that's my girl. And they throw some damn good parties. Oh, you think some mega there? So, all right. Even if I couldn't find a whole lot of Jamaicans that time, I island hop. And because of the environment of Charleston, yes, some other islands are represented. You think so? We don't have Trinidad. We have Trinidad, and Charleston has a sister city relationship with Barbados. Bajan people there. some Guyanese talk through. It's like we were having a conversation with someone in the inbox yesterday. I said, boy, oh, when I probably think of New York or Miami because we have relatives that, oi, everybody know to go pack up on everybody else. If you're in our country, whether this one or Canada or the UK, the country backside big. Explore. Just know that each state is sort of like a country unto itself, and its rules or regulation change from state to state. Where you can't hang on your car mirror in a one state, once you cross the border, you can't hang it on your car mirror in another state. Ooh, IAT, you saw the movie The Awakening. You can get a 7-day pass. I shared it the other day. Everybody across the diaspora always, hey, sometimes because lack of knowledge is make we treat Haiti so enough. But you have to remember, there'll be a day when Haiti will rise up again, because Haiti was the beginning. Revolutions occurred across the Caribbean and West Indies because of Haiti. I'm going to check the history. I shared the link. I'm going to see it. The Awakening. It tell you about two songs. Because without him, you think Jamaica would have independence? What if I read on a history book? What if I read on a history book? I wouldn't say you can't read, or not that you can't read, you don't have time to read. You can listen. A few links before this coming on, so we share it last night. Sage loves IAT The Awakening. It's $9.99 for a 7-day pass. Click the blooming link and go learn something. You pick them there. They're home right now. That qualifies as history. That qualifies as Black studies. That qualifies as African diaspora culture. That qualifies as revolutionary measures. That qualifies as military matters. That qualifies as social reform. You got to think, and it's not even an issue outside the box, but you got to think of all that you come with and use that in your homeschooling measure. That's what it is. Because half of the something them when you learning as an adult, nobody never have them in the book, because the history was based on whoever wrote the book. Right now, I don't have time for putting nothing on a book. So I'll go find the video of them and have the people them who can talk to you straight. And what are they doing? Bear witness statements. They were there. And if they weren't there, their granddaddy was there. And they're carrying through the history and the song. Because we have to know. So you can't live in that ignorance forever. You can't throw a stone behind you and say, what? Me don't know nothing about that guy left me. That same thing that you figured you had to leave behind and let go, and the same thing that went up and then whap in my head, and I make like, and I can say, oh! And that's where my spirit come from. That's where I gained that energy from. I've been roaming around in America for 30 years, attending certain functions, and then when I catch back here, bam, things click. Because it's all one. I live in a space and place where the drum was outlawed. So what do? Work with their hands. You can hear this. In the midst of the revival, it's something the other day. What did I say? Listen to it. I heard the same low country clap. They spoke with those who had the story of going back and forth between Sierra Leone and Charleston. And it's I can't remember the name of the documentary, even though it's about the singing the same song, and it goes back to that particular same tribe. We come from folks that we not even recognize and wonder. It's only now. It's only now because I'd have to say, when I look at the Ibibio and the Hausa and the Fan and the Yoruba and the Bantu and the Togo and the Bekongo and the Akan. It's now. I guess I can literally say this today. It's now, especially after having a conversation with them Nigerians yesterday. So no, I want to define my tribe. I ain't even worried about what country. Let's go break down this tribe measure, because I want to see just who they end up at Jamaica. How much in it mix up and blend up in me. I mean, it's only in the last week or so I discovered a Clarendon my mother come from. I never know. Sometimes we're so busy about the day in the new world, even in these times, in the new world, that we don't get to drop these seeds and nuggets of knowledge. I have never heard my mother talk about Clarendon, but then again, me a wash belly, so I don't know if she had finished with the story then by the time I came around. But I don't. Clarendon was on a place we visited. We were removed in a sense from it because at Kingston, my granny did that when we go see her. See, that's what happened when you're a wash belly. You're either coming out of apartheid where you're missing pieces. But what is it, Grantham, Clarendon? May I come visit you one day? And it was interesting because I was speaking with someone in Jamaica who says, wait, my people are rights from Clarendon. So I look like my fine cousins already. May I go finish my tea. Listen, I've been on with you for a while. Have a good morning. I'm going to play a little more vibes because I ate sweet myself. And I'm not showing that, you know, I'll work on the point of these videos. Because then I look the lighting, I mean, I don't want to spend too much time editing nothing. No, that's to them people and their music. Oh, that's when I cut off the goat skin. Them blip that, me say, you want to see some action? How long it take a Jamaican man to skin a goat? Especially if you tell him you need the goat skin. I see a man go to whoof and take his hand and go whoosh, bam. All they do just cut from me, look a foot and down. It was there. Now that's where some of look a skill them where you learn. They are no lie. I'm not lie. Somebody something then look at something when me pick up nice 7 years when me there I had. At 30, 40 years before you actually get to implement them, but it come right back into your head how to do certain things. Morning, Simone. Carol, you make me laugh. Don't tease me. You're planting rough, man. And I know yard planting, it's weird the things that are not imported into America from Jamaica. I get to see everybody else's bananas, everybody else's plantains, everybody else's coconuts, everybody else's soursop. What happened? Why the importation of Jamaican products can't happen? What is it going on that, okay, we can take people, but you're not taking the products? Or are they not just reaching me? When I have them down in Florida, stuff that, but then again, when we can't grow them down in Florida, and the fun having our backyard. Listen, I guess I'll just round out the hour, so I'll give myself another 17 minutes. I'm supposed to have finished this already. In a call yet. In a call yet. But whoo, yeah. When me say it full of enough lemon juice me put tonight to That's because I know one that is strong. Yeah, me know what's happening in New York because we have good market scheme. Yeah, that's the thing about products. You know, it's supply and demand. That's what it comes down to. And at times in North Charleston, you have a larger Mexican community. And I do know some Dominicans are there. So depending on the store you go to, you can get them. But downtown Charleston, no, it's Even the restaurants that have had them here, they got to bring them in by truck. See, that's where here's what happened. COVID happened. The restaurant them locked down. So the people that work at the restaurant will start make whatever and I make side dish them, then go on with them. You know hot no, I know hot but hey, Marianne add the amount of lemon were in there. Remember, I'm working on my figure. So my tea I felt you start the morning, water, but tea with enough lemon in it. Now, my gosh. Hi. When that they go down there and for me wilds and just dry off the fat. That's how I want to for the chip wet. I have to work on my fluffiness. That because listen, I've always been big, but me see, remember me tell you about Larry Moore and Curly, right? Larry, them just a flap. Mo, it's a whole position, but Curly, no, sir, me not in at the bottom got something. That have to move. That have to move. And it's a combination of movement and diet. So, like me say, I have little issues, but you make. You see me had a salad yesterday. I want next one of them because when I make my salad batches, I'm in a ramp. And I've noticed I've been in love with mustard lately. Excuse me, various types. Yes. Real fever grass, my dear, with ginger. Thank you very much. My fever grass was acquired in Erie Castle, St. Thomas. A ginger come from here, so they overbloated, but they work the job because of good ginger trash. When I get my ginger shots. All right, okay. Yes, my dear Novella. I saw it. I've been blessed. It's the only way I can explain it. Like I said, the last of 7. I got away with what the others didn't do. My older siblings left Jamaica at an early age to go to Europe, to go to England. So they were raised partially between England and New York. When I dropped, my family was getting finished with England. I only spent 3 years there and then went to New York. That's 7 years in Jamaica. Yeah. So, but you have to remember, I would have been around my brothers and sisters as they discovered other Jamaican and West Indian communities within New York. So you heard the music. We definitely had the food. A yard my mother come from. We never eaten none of them. If we have hamburger and one of them something that's our rear something and it blend up and mix up real good. French fries, rarity. When that's a hot dog, then I ain't it. My father have to get Jamaican food. You have to get Jamaican food. Soup and sat there and all them things there. Oxtail, curry, goat, lamb, mutton, whatever they eat a yard in my house in a bushwick. Seafood, hey, Pitkin Avenue in Brooklyn, baby. Mommy, listen, at least every 2 weeks she have the weekend off. And when you say she gonna Pitkin for go shopping, it's like she go market. And that's what the Pitkin Avenue experience is for a lot of West Indian and Caribbean people. She come back with every fish under the sun. She buy a full bushel of crab. And she and her Bayesian friends sit down there and just, no, sir. I was raised in a home that was full of island life. That's why I didn't necessarily get to lose whatever. And then it was reinforced being sent to Jamaica. And then by then, it started setting. And then I went to Midwood High School, and that was in the whole other part of Flatbush, mostly Jewish school, where every island did that. That even solidified even more. That's when my peeps, Andrea, come in, because when we summon up with people we are chatting nowadays, we go back to when we have 13, 14. We don't really have too much to when we know about 5 and 6. But 13, 14, them ages that boom. Boom. No further. No, me not lie. Marianne, when I said the ginger big and fat, and sort of full of water. That's why, because I'm training them to put them in them cold press something and push it out. Try. I don't know about too much whatever. Me don't want this one any look. No, me lie. Me don't want one of them little grind or something. One way just push. No. Me don't want to touch it too much. Just want put it in and do whatever. Because me not no energy no more. Excuse me. Anything you see greater in my house, I'm greater at it. Except some chocolate. No, anytime the dread come by, the dread will grate on my ginger, so I can't get my ginger shot them. I do what I can. Pitkin Avenue is the life. Cut teeth down there, son. You know, a lot of things change, but a lot of things stay the same. And places like that gave me sanity. I come from the set of Brooklyn where Brooklyn and Bronx don't tarry too much unless a wedding or a funeral, or it got to be a damn good party. But I really wasn't of the age to do all that. But no, that says some. The only time I got Bronx, so when I go see my sister Jackie, you know, I'm a Jackie, but I raised me in Jamaica. Big up, Miss Jane. Hey. Anywho, listen, we are wind down the morning. May have to go do some things. You have to go do some things. I'm gonna try finish this while I'm there. Father Jesus. The amount of lemonade, we are going to burn some fat today. Well, I need some that and some grapefruit. I'm on a fat burning mission. I'm going to make some of Donny while I sit down here so we don't know. Of course, we know for breadfruit. Petal. Oh, let me tell you something. That one thing them used to tell me when we go back to Jamaica in the earlier days. Me not have no money, but me know for build a fire. What? Of course, we know for roast breadfruit. Listen, with a gas stove, coal pot, and achieve the same thing in our oven. Don't get me twisted, darling, because even for an electric stove, it's, hey, we turn and make fashion all the time. Once the glasses sort of twist off me. Listen, if I could see y'all, I'd leave my glasses on the top, but sometimes I just want to, one of these days, I'll go get my next pair that don't have that fancy follower stuff, but I can just be. Come here, wake up the shoulder them. Yeah, I have to ease into my day. I go to sleep in pain, I wake up in pain, but if I ain't have pain, I wouldn't know I was alive. Come on, we're nearly there. It's like taking a physics. You have to all night down. Come, we are going for the last watch. Just like you pitting them. You ready? Come. That was too ambitious. We nearly drowned. All right, hold up. Here we go. Tea done. All right. We're not going about your business. Any part of the breadfruit. Wild breadfruit and I saw. Me not lie. I saw my friend when she came down. She had sliced up fear one because she wanted to taste it. She ain't taste on no one. But she traveled fear one and I saw him slice up. But if I remember, her suitcase was much lighter than mine. Because see, I hold 50 pounds of bag of enough in my bag. So my breadfruit come back and look at my shop. No, me not lie, breadfruit in my freezer, but it's not mine. And if I touch it, I will get my ass cut. And for my sister. I can in there and I can't touch it. And for my sister. Bendición Iskra, bendición. You know, I may need to talk to you for something. Matter of fact, I do need to talk to you. We're gonna have to have an interview done. And we got to get it done within the next week. Because I got nothing but editing to do. Listen, folks, I'm here. I'm around. If it doesn't seem I'm just trying to handle some stuff. And that's going on until June 13th, June 14th. That is Middle Passage Remembrance. Because we must. I know, baby, and I'm coming for it. Here. Novella. Yo, somebody do something with that woman there. And I'm something I talk about soursop ice cream. You know, right, you know. But me know said somebody got some soursop recently. All right, so you met Novella, you met the soursop ice cream? Because some soursop are coming on. And if we can't make some ice cream. All right, wait, no. It could be a gelato or something, or some sort of sherbet, not too much dairy. You know, see, I like lemon juice, so I'm just drink down. We wouldn't listen. I'm on a mission. I have to reduce my fluffiness. So no matter with the ice cream thing, unless it's a non-fat. Oh, Novella knows how to make soursop ice cream. Where are you there? You saw the people just come out and come tease people, so it's not right. Oh, she in Atlanta, GA, baby. Soursop ice cream. Listen. Oh, I'm feeling the need for Oh, Novella. Yes, so man, you got me hyped this morning. Ice cream. Gosh. Well, some soursop supposed to come soon. But my friend said, listen, like I heard the lady in the market that said so as well. Just brush off the skin, go and get the dirt out, and just blend up every blasted skin. Skin, seed, flesh, everybody. Excuse me. Woo! Bet we're going to work that out. Because I forgot to land for someone one day. America big enough, I can't fart on and walk around. We can't have a touch of coming, a touch of revival. We have these spurts of, are you ready for Jamaica moments? Well, we meet up on Labbrish and dance and chat back. And know so that what? Even if we cannot get to the island, Jamaica is where? Always in our hearts. I know yes, I'm never stranger, but me there. I know yes, I'm never stranger, but me there. Jamaica, sweet Jamaica, land of wood and water, me there. Whoa! Oh, I'm missing the big head spliff I had when I first sang that song. Hey, folks, have a good morning. My tea is done. Mwah! I love you. I'll be around. I'll be checking in. I'm just working on some projects. Take care of yourself. Send up a prayer for somebody you don't know, and send up a universal prayer of love, peace, and always honoring and respecting the memory of our ancestors. Because upon for them shoulders we stand, we're not on by ourselves. And them a whole way up in the world, we're not on by ourselves. Boom. Yes, Memorial Day is coming on Saturday. On what? Monday. Don't forget to honor that's a holiday. I guess every day I feel like I have a holiday for the moment. Mwah. Novella have soursop ice cream. Whoever there in Atlanta, we'll go get some coming some. Rosemary, Marianne, Marjorie, Christine, I feel like we're in romper room. Come true. Morning, Mother. Kay, come true. Nakisha, Michelle, Carol, Simone, Fern, Iskra, Sharon, Maggie, Paulina, the realest Marge, Les Sharon, George, Pamela, Roxanne, Muff